Wolverines get set to head east and take on Rutgers in Piscataway. In advance of that game, let's take you out to Ann Arbor. Jim Harbaugh and his weekly press conference.
Seemed like Kyle really brought some intensity on Saturday. Can you talk about how he played in there?
Yeah, Kyle always brings intensity. Kyle Kalis?
Yep.
Yeah, always. Yeah, he practice games, weight room, meetings.
Was that one of the better games you've seen him play this year?
Yeah, I thought he played extremely well. He's been doing that, consistently good his entire career here at Michigan.
Back on the left here, Matt.
Jim,
He's strong. Kayla's strong.
How important is it to be able to win games differently? You've won with offense, you've won with special teams. Saturday you win defensively. How much is important for that in the coach's room?
I don't know exactly how much or how important. There's an importance to winning, importance of being successful. Winning on game day. But to your specific question, how important? I don't have the answer to that.
On the right here, Dan.
Jim, did you get specific news on Grant Newsome and if he's going to be done for the year or not?
Yeah. He had a serious knee injury, and he'll be out for the year. It'll be a tough couple weeks for him. It's it's a reminder of just how tough the game of football is. Just how serious injuries can be in the game of football. But what I do know is this: that there's, as far as character, human being character and football character, nobody's ever come through here, this football team or this university that I know of, with more of it than Grant Newsome. He is, to Leon and to Kim Newsome, I mean, they should write a book on raising kids. Grant is the finest. And, just praying for him right now. It's not a good feeling today at all. But just being with him at the hospital, everybody's come in contact with, nurses and doctors, and please and thank you, and it's amazing. He is an amazing young man. So and he's strong as they come, and I know all things are possible with Grant Newsome, and but keep him in your prayers as he is in ours, and it's going to be, he's got some things to work through right now, but he's handling it like a champ. I mean, I know he's got pain, and he's watching him up there. He's as tough as a $2 steak. It's unbelievable.
Bushel Beatty looked like he held his own, at least in coming in the middle of the game in that situation. Do you expect he'll be the guy at left tackle again this week?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's different options, and we'll assess as the week goes on, what the best are. Definitely Jawan is a very, probably plan A. We could also, Ben Braden could go to tackle. Mason Cole could even go to tackle. So we'll see what the different options are, but we'll find out this week.
Jim, your offensive line gave up 4 sacks against Wisconsin. You'd given up 5 previously. What did Wisconsin do to force that, and what corrections need to be made in preparation for Rutgers? Yeah,
we're more stout. They got us on the edge a few times with speed and strength, speed and power. They were effective in run-throughs. So shoring up the edge and the linebacker run-throughs, we can do a better job.
Two-parter. If Cole made a move away from center, who's your next best? And And who graded out the best on the offensive line Saturday?
Kugler would be the center if we moved Mason to tackle. And yeah, as far as going out to who graded out the best, yeah, I haven't determined that yet.
Back over here on the left, Chris.
A couple things with Grant. You don't have to answer this. Obviously, you don't want to. Is this a possibly career-threatening thing, or is it?
Don't know. I mean, it's as serious as serious as a knee injury can be right now. And again, it's a reminder how injury can be serious in football. But as it's too early to tell that. But Grant is he's special, and if there's anybody that that can come back, it'll be Grant. He's just strong-willed, strong physically, and so we'll see. It's in it's in his hands and in the doctor's hands, and the amazing what they're doing in the U of M health system. It's they're real miracle workers.
And then the red zone issues on Saturday. Was there a theme there? It seemed like something different each time on the second down plays that kind of stopped the drives.
Yeah, we had drives were stopped.
John?
You've obviously seen a lot of Jabril in practice doing different things, but from what you've seen on the field so far in the Wildcat, what were your thoughts on what he's been able to do so far?
He's a natural.
Adam?
Jim, Saturday you'd mentioned about the train that Jay had found that and brought it to your attention. Was that kind of a one-time thing? I know that you probably won't get into everything about it, but does Jay have any more influence on offense? Is he, doing a little bit more as far as helping with plays, or was that just like a one-time thing?
It's like I said the other day. It could have a future. That particular formation.
But as far as Jay being involved with offensive play calling, was that just a one-time thing, or is that will you continue to?
All of our coaches are involved. And will continue to be involved. We're involved. Are involved. Will be involved.
Middle right, Dan?
Heading to Rutgers, you got a bunch of New Jersey guys in key spots on the roster. One, I guess, is this a week they look forward to going home? And two, I wanted to ask you about Chris Partridge's impact on bringing guys like Jabril and Rashawn and the kind of New Jersey group to Michigan.
Yeah. Speaking from self-experience, I mean, going back and playing in your hometown or playing nearby your or in your home state, it's always been a big thrill. Chris has done an outstanding job being from New Jersey. Jed Fish being from New Jersey is also, it's been good having natives of New Jersey, that have really connected well. So that's it's been a positive.
Does that remain an important state for you guys in recruiting aspects?
Yes.
Have any other questions? Rachel?
I'm going to follow up on Dan. Why is New Jersey an important state, first off? Why has it become such a recruiting hotbed?
There's good football being played there, talent and great effort and good coaching.
And secondly, special teams, and again, the kicking game. You said you were going to reopen the kicking competition. How have the kickers responded to that, so far when they found that out?
Today's the first day.
First day? Right. How do you think they're going to handle it?
We will see. That's why we're going to have a competition.
Front row on the right, Jake.
Coach, we've seen a couple times Wilton change his progression. I think you said the touchdown to Darbo the other day was designed for Butt, and then the Asiasi one too was designed for Chesson. What is it about Wilton that enables him to change on his feet like that?
Well, it's not changing the progression. He's not changing. I mean, that's the point of a progression. There's a 1, a 2, a 3, and then you go through that progression. The intent, might be the first read, but doesn't mean he's changing the progression by going to the second or the third read. He's just progressing through the read.
How impressed have you been with his ability to change on his feet, to go from the first to the second to the third when it seems like one isn't there?
Yeah, I think it's beyond his years. It's been a real positive. Talked about it the other day. His decision making and going through the film, he's making good decisions, the right decisions.
Jim, with Ryan Glasgow in the middle, it didn't look like he got blocked a lot on Saturday. I mean, has he been as good as you've seen inside from a nose tackle, a guy who just plays seems like every snap for you guys?
Yeah, he's been outstanding. I mean, arguably our best defensive lineman last year, and he's making a run for that again this year. High effort, talented, and we know him as one of our top defensive linemen.
And with Higdon, he didn't get any care. Was that just a call from the coaches, or is Karan hurt, or he didn't?
No, he was fine.
Just a
health-wise,
gotcha.
yeah.
Adam?
Jim, two-part question here. First question, I know that you say every week that you guys prepare like it's a championship game, but first game on the road, going to Rutgers, is there anything in your mind that you're looking at that you need to see as far as any glaring issues on your end? Anything that you need to see you guys do at Rutgers? Like a checklist type of thing?
Yeah, prepare during the week. We're going through that right now. Get prepared for the football game, and yeah, we will treat it as a big game. We will treat it as a championship game.
Then on Saturday, Ryan, kind of following Nick's question, Ryan mentioned how the defensive line played pretty well, and then he said he looked to his left, he looked to his right. There's guys who have been here 4 or 5 years. Just the advantage of that, having the depth at the defensive line, and you continuously see it every week.
Yeah, I agree. It's been outstanding. It's been a stalwart part of our football team since I've been here and before that as well. And then if a guy goes in, comes back into the lineup, I'm thinking of Mo Hurst, Chris Wormley, Ryan Glasgow. You go Taco Charlton right down the list, and they play extremely well. And then one guy's out and another guy steps up, and it's impressive. I think Greg Madison does a tremendous job, and credit to the youngsters, the players themselves, for their effort and their talent. It's been a spine of our football team, and strength.
What's the most experience that you've had on the defensive line for some of the coaches?
Since I've been at Michigan, yes.
I know overall throughout your career.
I hate to compare. Yeah.
We have time for one or two more. We'll start with Dan on the right.
The kicking comp, you mentioned Quinn has been working through some stuff at this point halfway through the season. Do you think he'll redshirt, or do you think he'll get into the mix of that competition as the season goes on?
We'll see. We'll see where it's at today and this week.
Is he going to be a part of the competition going on this week?
We'll find out, see how he's feeling today, and I know he's been making progress the last couple weeks, so it's been better each week. And we'll see if he's able to today. I don't have a crystal ball.
Last question up here in the front, Chris.
Brian Monet played a handful of snaps.
Yeah.
How do you feel after the game, and you anticipate him doing more and more as you can go forward?
Yes, I would anticipate that, and he got into practice. It was better each day. He got into practice last Wednesday and got reps under his belt before the ball game. Seemed like he felt good after the game. But a lot of guys say that, how's it feel? Feels good, you know. Get the same answer you get from you get from people sometimes. Well, define good, but you really don't know for till Monday, till Tuesday, till a couple of days after the game to be really accurate. So.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Players in here momentarily.
Michigan head man Jim Harbaugh and the Wolverines on the road this weekend to play at Rutgers. Then the Wolverines have a bye week before finishing off October at home against Illinois and then again in East Lansing. Rick Fizzo quickly back with Glenn Mason and Dave Wanstead. One thought before we get ready for a full hour-long edition of Big Ten football and beyond. Jim Harbaugh doesn't give you a lot, but what I gleaned is that he is very happy with where his football team is through 5 weeks of the season.
Well, you're right. He's happy and doesn't give you a lot, I think, might be an understatement. You know, his mantra about, in that program, enthusiasm unknown to mankind, I don't think weekly press conferences hits that list.
I'd rather be in the submarine.
No, he didn't want to answer that question about red zone. What happened? I just love the one where he hasn't decided who was the best offensive lineman yet. He's already a day and a half into Rutgers' game plan. You know what I mean?
Evasive? Was that the word that might come to your mind?
Come on. A magician never reveals his secrets. We'll reveal so much when we return with Big Ten football and beyond. Fact or fiction comes your way. We'll look at the undefeated, the underrated, and the underwhelming. Plus, we'll look at the national scene. All that and more on Big Ten football and beyond.